Yes, my dear children of class 12, today we are going to learn DNA replication. Topic for today is DNA replication. We have learned the structure of DNA, and also we learned that the DNA make a copy of itself during cell division. So today we are going to learn in detail the process of DNA replication. So see, just revise class 11 topic. When does DNA replication takes place? We have learned cell cycle last year. So the cell cycle has G1 phase, S phase and G2 phase. This is called a interphase, and then the cell division phase, mitosis division phase. Okay, so in G1 phase you learn that cell growth will take place, and in G2 phase also growth of the cell, and it is preparing for mitosis at this stage. So in between, what is there? S phase. So S phase is the DNA replication phase. The DNA gives rise to a copy of itself. All these three phases are interphase, and then this is a division phase. So this is just the revision. Now let us go back, and where is the DNA present? In the chromosome. Chromosomes are made up of DNA. This also we have learned. This is cell and nucleus chromosomes. Actually, this is the replicated chromosomes, that is chromatid. S phase. After S phase, the sister-chromatids appear. These are actually the daughter DNAs, but it is held together by the centromere. So let's take one chromosome here, and this is one DNA. This is the replica. This is another DNA. And after cell division complete, that is karyokinesis. At the end of karyokinesis, chromosomes will be separated into chromosomes. Okay, so both are made up of DNA. So this is the double-stranded DNA, and DNA structure we have learned. It is double-stranded helical structure, isn't it? Watson and Crick model of DNA we have learned, and they are joined by nitrogenous bases. So this is the sugar phosphate bond, isn't it? The backbone is the sugar phosphate bond, and in both the strands, and then nitrogenous bases joined by hydrogen bond. So knowing the structure of DNA, now we are going to the topic, that is DNA replication. First of all, DNA replication is a teamwork. Like we know what is teamwork. Many members are there, they will contribute their part towards the common goal. So the same way here in the DNA replication, there's a group of enzymes are required. Each of these enzymes have their own roles, and altogether what is the common goal? Replication of DNA. But each of these team members has their own role. Okay. So first of all, the enzyme required is helicases. As the name indicates, helicases opens the helix, that is unwinds the two strands. So DNA helical structure is, now the two strands have to be separated. So the role of helicase is to unwind the two strands. Then comes the second enzyme, topoisomerases. This reduces the tension by breaking and resealing of one strand of the DNA. Breaking and resealing, because it is coiled. So even if it is opened by or unbound by the helicase, it tends to wind again. So the tension on the strands have to be removed. Just like you open the rope, it tends to wind again. The same way DNA helix also have the tension. So that the topoisomerases are the enzymes which reduces the tension by breaking and resealing the strand of DNA. Then comes the next enzyme or next team member, that is primases. See, DNA polymerase, before that let's see, DNA polymerase is the one which enzyme which catalyzes the polymerization of the nucleotide. The nucleotides are present in the nucleoplasm. So from there, the nucleotides have to be picked up and new strand has to be formed. This work is done by DNA polymerase and DNA polymerase 3 specifically. But DNA polymerase cannot start it from nowhere. So it needs a single small stretch of RNA that is called a primer. So this primer, this is an RNA stretch. This is RNA stretch. So this is synthesized by primase enzyme. So primer is synthesized by primase enzyme. So this primer is attached on the DNA template by primase. This is the role of the primase. So DNA polymerases catalyzes the polymerization of nucleotide. See, the formation of new strand is a polymerization reaction, isn't it? So monomers are nucleotides. So these monomers are picked up and joined. This process is called polymerization. So as the name indicates, this is done by DNA polymerase. There are three kinds, DNA polymerases, polymerase 1, DNA polymerase 2, and DNA polymerase 3. Okay. So DNA polymerase 3 actually synthesizes the new strand. Then comes the ligases, DNA ligases. See, the word meaning ligate means join. So in one of the strands, short fragments or short stretches of DNA are formed. I'll explain the reason a little while. So these DNA ligases joins the short fragments of the DNA. Okay, in one of the strands is discontinuously synthesized. Okay, so discontinuous synthesis produces short fragments of DNA. So these are ligated or joined by DNA ligases. Then finally there is repair enzyme. Supposing, see, DNA polymerase is a very fast working enzyme. Okay, it is very fast. So sometimes you see that the two strands have to be, I mean, the nucleotide, there is, it has to follow the base pairing rule. Chargaff rule we have learned, the rule is applicable here. So if any wrong base is picked up and joined, then what happens? There is repair. So repair enzymes do the repairing. Supposing even adenine is there, you know that there should be thymine. So instead of thymine, supposing cytosine or guanine is attached, it's wrong base. So it will be immediately removed and the thymine will be picked up and attached. So this is called the repair. So repair enzymes do this. So see how many enzymes, and then there are certain protein factors also are there. So all of these work together as a team. So DNA replication is a teamwork. Okay. Now knowing this, let's go to the next part. In DNA replication, so let us see the mechanism. One important thing you have to remember is it's not that the DNA from one end to the other, one end it is opened and till the other end it goes on. It's not like that. There is the whole length of the DNA. There are certain regions where the replication starts. This is called the origin of replication. Origin of replication. All right. Prokaryotes have one origin of replication because they have circular DNA. But in eukaryotes, there may be more than one origin of replication. So we can abbreviate this as ORI, O-R-I, origin of replication. Okay. Then in the mechanism, the two strands have to be unwound. So unwinding of the two strands done by the helicases. Then synthesis of primer done by primase, and synthesis of continuous strand and synthesis of discontinuous strand. Okay, so these are done by DNA polymerases. Now let me explain the mechanism of replication. So what is happening here is, first the DNA molecule, see at the point of replication, the molecules, just let me, one sec. So the mechanism of replication starts at a specific point of the DNA molecule. Remember, I told you before, it is not from one end to the other. Replication starts at a specific point. This is called the ori, or origin of replication. And at this origin, the DNA strand unwinds by breaking down the hydrogen bond. You know that the two strands are joined by hydrogen bond. The nitrogenous bases are bonded together by weak hydrogen bond. So unwinding means break this hydrogen bond. So this takes place with the help of helicases. As we have seen now, helicases unwind the DNA strands. Unwinding is done by helicases. Then at the point of separation, it appears like a fork, or a somewhat Y-shaped fork. I'll show you the image. So a Y-shaped fork appears. This is called the replication fork. Replication fork. So once it reaches to the replication fork, then that the new strand synthesis begins. Now each old strand is known as template strand. Okay, each of the two strands separate, and each of the parental strand is known as the template strand. And on the template that new strands are synthesized. Okay, and then there are some binding proteins are there, single strand. SSB means a single strand binding protein. This is also in the T. Okay, it attaches to unwinded strand, and so this prevents the rejoining. Okay, it will not, once it is opened, it will not rejoin before the replication. I mean, before the new strand is synthesized. So topoisomerase reduces the tension, and these proteins, SSBs, that is single strand binding protein, attaches to the unwinded strand, and it prevents the rejoining of the strands together again. Then the synthesis of new DNA strand on old strand takes place by the enzyme DNA polymerase. As I told you, there are DNA polymerase 1 is there, DNA polymerase 2 is there, and DNA polymerase 3. So this specific role, new strand synthesis, is the function of, or a role of, DNA polymerase 3. So it adds new nucleotides. Now where are the nucleotides present? In the nucleoplasm. Okay, and it follows the complementary base pairing rule. Chargaff's rule we have already learned. Base, like adenine pairs with the thymine, and cytosine pairs, guanine pairs with the cytosine. So this complementary base pairing rule is maintained. DNA polymerase does this, and where does it take place? Nucleus. Inside the nucleus that the DNA replication takes place. I hope you have understood. Now, so the strands, then DNA polymerase has another, there are so many special features of the DNA polymerase. One thing, it can read the strand in 3-5 direction. That is 3-5 template strand. It can read from 3 terminal end to 5 terminal end. And then second characteristic, or second special feature is it can synthesize the strand continuously in 5-3. New strand can be formed only in 5-3 direction. This is the speciality of the DNA polymerase. It can synthesize the new strand in 5-3 direction only, not 3-5 direction, and it can read the strand from 3 prime to 5 prime direction. So this is a very special feature. And remember, antiparallel nature is also to be maintained. Antiparallel, you know that one strand is 3 prime 5 prime, and the other strand is 5-3 direction. So that's why the synthesis of new strand for the parent template strand is having 3 to 5 end is continuous synthesis. Okay, this is with the having. So 3 to 5 and 3 prime to 5 prime end is continuous. Okay, because 5-3 strands are synthesized. So this strand is called the leading strand. the strand is called the leading strand. In the 3'5" template strand, 5'3" direction, the synthesis will take place, and that is called the strand is called the leading strand, and it is continuously taking place, so it is also called the continuous strand. So continuous strand or leading strand. And the synthesis of new strand on the parent template strand having 5'3" direction, there is a problem. So here discontinuous synthesis takes place because it can synthesis in it can read the strand in 3'5" direction only, and this strand is 5'3" direction. So there is a way out. It forms small segment in 5'3" direction, and so these strands are called the Okazaki fragments. Okazaki fragments. Please, when you write the note, correct the spelling. Okazaki fragments. Then this strand is called the lagging strand. So leading strand is formed on the 3'5" strand, and the lagging strand is formed on the 5'3" strand. And during the formation of Okazaki fragment, RNA primase first synthesize RNA primer. This is again another specific feature of the DNA polymerase. It cannot start from nowhere. So it needs a small stretch first. So that is an RNA primer. RNA primer is synthesized by primase. I told you the role of primase. RNA primer is synthesized by RNA primer. So, RNA primase enzyme. Now, let us see this diagram. Here, see, this is the parent duplex. So this is the double-stranded DNA parent strand. Okay. Now, here it starts opening. Actually, it is one part is shown. Okay, it is what is formed as a replication bubble, which I'll explain some later. Now here, see, this is started opening at the Ori region, and this is one of the parent. This is the 5'3". This is the 3'5" strand. See, 3'5" strand, and this is the 5'3" strand. Okay. Also, the DNA polymerase can read the frame or read the strand in 3'5" direction, and 5'3" continuous strand can be formed here. Now, this green portion is the RNA primer. Okay, this is the primer. This is the primer on which the DNA polymerase starts synthesizing the 5' 3' strand continuously like this. There is no disturbance here. So it is continuously synthesized, and this is called the leading strand. This is called the leading strand. And then RNA primer comes here. Next strand, the same DNA polymerase has to synthesize the new strand here also. But this is 5'3" strand. So from here it cannot start. If it goes like this, it is 3'5" strand. So new strand has to be synthesized in 5'3" direction only. So what happened? RNA primer come and attach here, and this is 5'3" direction. So a short stretch is formed on this by DNA polymerase. So this is 5'3" strand. So short stretches again. Another RNA primer, then on which another strand is short stretch is synthesized, then another, and so on. Short fragments or stretches of DNA strands are synthesized here. So these are called Okazaki fragments. These strands are called Okazaki fragments. Okay, and the ligase continuously opening means unbind the DNA, and the synthesis go on continuous like this. Okay, so the DNA, the two daughter strands will be formed. So this is the RNA primer. Now later, after the DNA synthesis is over, what happened? RNA primer nahi chahiye. So here what happened? This primer will be removed, and see, RNA has uracil as the nitrogenous base, isn't it? Adenine and thymine ke jagah uracil. There is uracil here. So this uracil will be removed, and the DNA strands are synthesized by the same polymerase enzyme. So in this phase, DNA nucleotides are attached. So it will form a continuous DNA. And similarly here also, RNA, these primers will be removed, and DNA nucleotides will be attached, and it becomes continuous afterwards, because the daughter DNA cannot have it cannot be lagging strand. It should be continuous strand. But later what happens? These primers are removed and the new DNA fragments are attached, and the ligases join these strands. Okay, there comes the role of ligases. So ligases join the Okazaki fragment, and finally it becomes continuous strand. So the two daughter DNAs are formed. Now this is the detailed diagram again. You can see here that was a schematic diagram. So here you can see both the strands are unwinding, and this is the Y-shaped cord, and this is the parental DNA. Now let us see the enzymes, where all the enzymes are. See, all the parental strand act as a template strand. So this is the parental strand act as a template strand. So this is this parental strand is 3,5 strand, and on which the leading strand is synthesized by on primase is attached first, and then DNA polymerase continuously pick up the nucleotides and synthesize the whole new strand. See, these are the nucleotides, okay, and as per it will follow anti-parallel rule, it will follow base pairing rule. Remember that. So the two strands then. So this is the leading strand, and free nucleotides. Where are the free nucleotides present? In the nucleoplasm. Okay, and on this 3 prime 5 prime strand, 5 prime 3 prime strand is synthesized by the DNA polymerase. Okay, and here then again this is the 5'3" strand, and so what happens from this direction? Short stretches are produced by the DNA polymerase, and here RNA primers are attached, more than one RNA primer, so it will be attached, and on which short stretches are produced, and this is called the lagging strand. Okay, so these are the nitrogenous bases. You know it: adenine, thymine, guanine, cytosine, guanine, isn't it? And these are present in the nucleoplasm. Remember, in the nucleoplasm. So from the nucleoplasm, that the DNA polymerase picking up the nucleotides and joining, and thus the continuous strand. So continuous and discontinuous strands are produced. So this is a detailed diagram showing all the. See, this is the replication core. Then enzymes unwind the double helix and expose the bases. That is the work of the helicases. Helicase. This is the helicase enzyme. This is the DNA polymerase enzyme, isn't it? So all this we have learned, and so this is it. Okay, the same thing. This is all same thing. Okay, helicases, leading strand. You draw any one diagram in your notebook. Okay. So this is all about the DNA replication. Same, all these images are, I just want you to understand better. So you have to draw any one. Maybe this one you can draw. So topoisomerase, reducing the tension, primases are, and helicases are opening the helix, and primase is there, attaching the primers. Okay, and DNA polymerase is synthesizing the DNA. So finally what? The two daughter DNAs are formed. So this is all in this video. I hope you have understood. Thank you very much. And if you understand, then like and subscribe the video. Thank you very much.